What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully, everybody is having a problem free Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, to depending on what part of the world you're located at. But it's still the AM where I'm located at. I'm on the central time zone. So hopefully, people get these notifications and we can get something going. So I'll give y'all some time to, get these notifications going where you know that I actually have a live going on. What's going on, Joe Frank? And to let you know and everybody else know, I am taking calls. If you're able to, hit my line or, me hit your line so we can get this conversation going. Whatever direction it may end up, hey, you can post your number. We can make it happen. I could take multiple calls. Everybody be on a party line of, conversing. And I know usually it kind of starts off slow, but it depends on how, if people are feeling like they got something to chime in on, or if, they don't find it too favorable. So we'll figure out what it do. Let me just maybe inform some people that I got it going on right now. Going through, checking to some things. Hold on a second. Oh, doing the breakfast thing. Hey, you got to get you got to break from your fast. That's what it's about. That's why they call it break fast. You're breaking from your fast because usually, dinner time is supposed to be the most light time you eat, and then you eat more heavy for breakfast, and then you could tail it off later. That's why they call it break fast because you're breaking from your fast. You got to put something in your body to maintain you all throughout the day. Let me see. Scrolling through my contacts. Let me see. Okay. So while you're having breakfast, Joe Frank, anything on your mind? Anything new that you may want to talk about, or I don't know. Like I said, I do it for the people. You know, whatever you may be. What is whatever on your mind? That's what we're gonna converse about. So, usually if I have something to say, I put it out in video form already, but I don't have anything like that. And hopefully you got to peep the last Lions Den that I posted up. That was actually a good topic that me and Ken chimed in on, for the people because it's all for the people. It's like you got knowledge within self, but it doesn't, you know, become wisdom in other people's mind until you bring it to the public. And that's what I try to do to the best of my abilities is formulate something that is useful to the needs of the people, especially younger generation. A lot of older people, I already know this, or you may get a here and there where people are like, okay, that resonates. I never thought about it that way. And that's a good thing too. Hold on, I gotta get a little bit of air. Let me crack this window a little bit. Crack the window, get some air. I don't want to blow no AC. I don't know what parts how where you're at, Joe Frank, but where I'm at, We got a lot of dark clouds where it looked like it may storm. I guess we got off with it yesterday. It was just hot, but today it looked like it may storm a little bit. I'd rather see some blue skies than some storm clouds. But if y'all didn't know, that just lets you know, like I was speaking on the last one, for the notifications to go out like they're going out. I'm not the one that controls. For anybody that doesn't have a YouTube channel, they just watch basically channels or whatever. I don't control what notifications go out to who. I mean, closest I could get to sending notifications out if certain platforms that I do have, other social media networks or whatever, I can send that out. I could blast it out to that. But even even far as that goes, if they deem your particular channel like unfavorable to the people, like it doesn't matter if you're, talking, you hear the content I put out of Tuku to Khan, you know, even if it's favorable, it's unfavorable to those that don't want a certain mass crowd of people to be awakened. So they'll deem it as, oh no, that's fake news or something like that. That's why they brought out that fake news tag. So it's like, okay, we can um, discriminate. We can, put all kind of ways of, discouraging certain channels because we feel that they're not to a certain quality of, you might as well say, buck dancing. I've never been with that. What's going on, Shad? What's going on with you? You see how they doing me once again, how they did me yesterday. They doing me like that again, We don't want Rika to say what he say, but like I said, that one with you and Lisa Smith, that's actually doing numbers. And that's a good thing. Even though it may sit a certain way with certain people, you know. I think it was necessary, and like you brought light to, you spoke it in the thing. You was like, I know we're gonna get about one thumbs down on this, and you actually did, you know. And like you said, I could probably gauge where that one thumbs down came from. But like I said, that thumbs down goes into their mammy's, backside. So it's whatever. Every time that thumbs down come from that person, just hopefully the person's listening to this, it goes down into your mammy's backside. And just let you know I said it. Exactly. You know. I try to keep it radio edit because, I get to talking certain ways and, they try to knock a brother's monetization off. Well, you can't get a super chat or you can't, get no commercial funding because you're talking a certain way. Well, there's other ways I can speak where it's still getting the message across. Matter of fact, skip that person's existence that thumbs that down, whoever it may be, because what was transpiring within that conversation that y'all had was a needed one, and everything what you said and what Lisa Smith said, hey, I agree with wholeheartedly, you know. So it ain't no mistaking. Like, well, maybe he doesn't agree with. No, I agree with them, but it ain't my place to keep speaking on something that turns repetitive. But I will agree with what you two voiced within that, whatever that may be. Even when y'all was talking about the Eddie Kane and how he was singing because he was going off of being an alcoholic and things, you know. 'Cause we got a lot of alcoholics that's really thinking they're carrying out life, the same way they did when they was in the young late teens, young 20s, when really they far from it. Matter of fact, the way they done carried out their life done did damage to their body, and they can't recover from it. So they gotta partake in those things to try to steadily null and void their brain cells. Matter of fact, a point that was it Lisa Smith made in saying, y'all gonna keep listening to these old failures and end up catching cases and things like that. I highly, you know, agree with that particular saying that she's saying when it comes to that. You got these old losers talking about some old war stories that probably half of them ain't even actually lived. They talking about somebody else's life. But that's one thing I practice on Two Kuda Khan. We don't got any of that kind of them types on this channel over here. And if it was, they're no longer here. So you don't gotta worry about no fake garbage coming up out of Two Kuda Khan. It's nothing but too legitness up around these parts. Yes, most definitely whatever y'all say is real and authentic. People can resonate with it. Not a bunch of stumble bumble type of dialogue, that's, nowhere necessary to your brain waves or putting forth into actuality. Cause see, that's what a lot of youngsters is looking for. They're looking for something they can actually put to use, not something that's, only for entertainment purposes, because you can actually apply anything that is, being spoken, you know. That's how I foresee it anyways. Matter of fact, Shad, you're gonna have to come with that story time. I want to hear the little story time that you and Lisa Smith was breaking into. I think people can learn from stories because they're essentially parables. Like, okay, this don't transpire. I can maybe make the same association with what they're going through today or what they may have seen today. That's why I think the story aspect that y'all broke into. I think that needs to come about. And thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, if you ain't like the live stream yet, hey, thumbs it up. That means it receives a better placement for recommendations for going out and having more people come in. Oh, what's going on, Williams? What's up with you? Like I said, we taking calls. Taking calls. I mean, I know Williams. He's faithful. We be calling in, but let's get more people than Williams. I enjoy having Williams on. I want someone else to join in the conversation, even if it's a person that doesn't so much agree with what's being said. Let's go in an area that we may not have covered or something like that. I'm all for that. Hopefully, we can get some of that type of action going on. Man, the weather is muggy here. I mean, it's cool, but in a way, it's still kind of muggy. I mean, it's a lot better than what it was yesterday, but it's still a little muggy. Got people cutting their grass, I guess, cutting the grass for the downpour happens. It makes sense. I mean, even though I complain about it being hot and being somewhat muggy out, it's better than Arctic cold. So hey, I'm gonna enjoy it as much as you possibly can in this particular region that I find myself within. Okay, okay. Let me go through the call log real quick. Give me a moment. Wait a minute. It is. Dang, did it bump you out? Uh, Williams, is it? Just tell me the area code. Okay, I think I got it. I got it. Let me hit your line.
What up, buddy?
What's going on with you?
Man, I don't know it, man.
Huh?
This you calling me? You trying to call me again?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. I just heard the phone ring. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, you probably hearing the echo from the yeah. You gotta turn down your
Yeah.
what you're listening to. Just listen through the phone or whatever.
Yeah. What's going on, people?
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, we got more people trying to fall into the chat room. Hopefully someone wants to post their number, and join in on the conversation, because every time we seem like we have a conversation, we start diving into something deep. So let's take it that much more deeper, you know.
All right.
What they say, the more the merrier. Come on.
Hey, anybody else want to call in? Come on, get in with us, man. We're going to have some fun today.
Right.
I've been trying to get on the line with you, man, but I guess the powers that be, or I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I put a little disclaimer out there in the little, the little comment section. Like, a lot of times when YouTube sends these updates, they change a lot of the ways that you receive notifications. So you got to go to the desktop of, or the home page of my channel, and
Yeah.
then you got to click that bell, and it'll give you three options. You got either you don't receive no messages, you receive personalized, or you receive all.
Uh-huh.
So you select that all, and they're supposed to deliver every single one. I don't know how that really plays out, but they're supposed to deliver. Even if I post a new video, if I go live or whatever, they're supposed to deliver that message to your cell phone, or if you're on a computer, it's supposed to send that out.
Okay then. Yeah, I'm on cell phone, man. What's the topic today?
I don't know. Like I said, it's whatever you want to make it. I mean, I didn't really have nothing on the tip of my tongue. I mean, you heard the one I did yesterday. They wasn't letting nobody in there. It was only, I think, Shot up in there, and that was about it.
Yeah, they didn't even give me an option for a minute. I was sitting there like, what? I caught this show. I caught the show you and Lisa Smith and Shaw did the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got kind of interesting.
Yeah, it sure did. Now, what was your take on it? Let's go into that. What was your take on that particular live stream they did?
I think she hit some pretty good topics, man. I don't think he was ready for that. No disrespect to him or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was looking for that though.
Yeah, he was heated on that one. I'm like, gosh, damn.
I think he kind of pressed the wrong button on that one a little bit, but
yeah.
With love, I guess.
Yeah, because you figure you do got all different kind of types in life, yeah. and not everybody's gonna gel like maybe the person you've been with for so long. Like, I'm used to this. Well, this person ain't used to that, so this is why they reacting like that. Maybe they ran across a type like you and they burnt them, so that's why they feel the way they feel about that. So I don't know.
I think he was maybe coming out a little bit too strong in the wrong way. I believe he just hit that nerve, man, and she let him have it. Like I said, no disrespect to him, but
Yeah, because that was kind of like Jay Johnson. He was on there that time that we were on talking together. I mean, but we were talking on a totally different type of topic. So I mean,
yeah, that's what I didn't understand. I was like, where all that come from? I mean, I was trying to see where all that came from. Like I said, I guess he hit a nerve, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him though, man.
Right.
Shout out to Lisa Smith and Shaw too, and Famo and the rest of the fam, man.
Yeah.
I've been listening in. I ain't been able to catch up, but I'm here now. So I mean,
right.
I seen where you was talking last night, where you were saying they was messing up your algorithm was messing up on you. Nobody didn't come in, or
right.
And you talked for about a good 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, it's like it started getting slow, and like I said, I didn't really have no main topic to talk about. I'm like, man, I can't believe this. All this is, but like I said, we in a different time now where, they don't want certain messages disseminated, especially to our
Right.
people.
Right. They I didn't get a notification. I just so happened to wake up last night and just look. I was like, oh man, they on here.
Right.
And then when I tried to come in, they wouldn't let me come in.
Mm.
I was like, wow. So when you said you was about to get ready to wrap it down in like 23 or something like that, I was like, well, it ain't gonna be time for me to,
Yeah,
I
true.
just catch them on the message or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was a pretty good, interesting topic, man. You know, I guess everybody had to handle their business last night or whatever.
Yeah. It's Saturday night,
Yep.
But like I said, it's just like think about it like this, they knocked off what was it, Alex Jones off of YouTube and dang near every other social media platform. So if they could do that to a person that doesn't have melanin in them, just think
Yeah.
what they're doing to a person that does. I mean, come on.
And they came up to Alex Jones before they did Memphis Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
Matter of fact, they came up to him a few times before then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we can't forget they knocked off Minister Farrakhan too.
Yeah, and they hit Willie D too a couple of months back.
Yeah, they surely did.
Yeah, I tune into those stations too every now and then. So yeah, they had him messed up for a minute. I said they starting to get strict now, man.
Right.
Yeah, they coming down. They coming down to the last, seems like it.
Well, what's so crazy? You're getting strict on what? You're communicating too much positive intelligence? I mean, what is it? I bet if we was talking about people selling dope and catching cases and all this kind of stuff in a negative fashion, then they'd be letting it fly. But,
oh yeah,
but we ain't talking about none of that. So I mean,
man, they let naked videos fly, twerk videos fly, all kind of stuff fly, man.
right. They be still having commercials and everything on it. People fighting, getting their jaws broken and all that.
Yeah, and they show it live, close up.
Like, man.
That's crazy.
So essentially, they're saying your people don't deserve intelligence. That's what they're saying.
I guess when you try to enlighten them and give them something they can eat on, something that'll be fulfilling to them, they don't want that.
Right.
They rather give them some microwave, something won't last too long, I guess, won't hold too long.
Right.
We'll give you this pizza right now, but you can't have this steak and potato.
Right.
Yeah.
You get all the GMO and all that. You can eat that. We're going to say the other stuff for our people.
Yeah. And that's been strange, man. Every time we start talking about something real, it just seems like something come in, or channel mess up, or you can't get any comment, or there's always something, man. I just sit back and listen sometimes. I'm like, wow. But then, like I said, you go to these other videos and they might have one commercial or something like that, but they let everything else fly.
Right.
Like, what the world?
But see, you know what? I mean, it's a benefit to us because we know how to seek out information in different avenues. But this new generation coming out, it's gonna go past them. They don't really know about seeking out alternative ways of information. They're just gonna, whatever is said, they're just running with. So
yeah,
in a way, that's harmful.
Yeah, they're immune to almost being fake news. You can just hear something and just take off and run with it before you can figure out what's really going on.
Right.
Then before you figure out, like you said the other day, oh, that wouldn't be the truth. But you can put it out in the world now, so what does it matter that the truth is, that it's true?
Right.
Because you got so much negativity, man, that's just overpowering, the truth seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this out here in the real world, too, man. When you trying to wake people up and tell them something, they don't want to hear that, man. They want something, they want it right now, you know what I mean?
Right.
I want to get it right now. I don't want to wait. You know what I mean? So it's hard trying to get the people, some of the people to wake up and see, man, what's going on.
And then I always see the resistance. It mostly comes from your family. A lot of times they start looking at you strange, like, why are you talking about this? But then I come to find, like, I talk about certain things and then they come to fruition. Like, well, how did you know that? I'm like, I've been telling you about this. Now that they say it on the news or whatever, now you believe in it. I've been told you about these things.
Now they want to believe it. When somebody else, like you said, melting the skin, tell them, or they putting it on the media, now they want to believe it.
Right.
Man, that's crazy. That's just like I was telling some people a while back. I was like, they're gonna legalize marijuana in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little later on, but they're gonna eventually do it. Man, they ain't gonna legalize no with marijuana in Alabama. They ain't gonna do that, man. Now look, it's coming.
Right.
Now everybody like, oh man, you was right, man. I said, y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't even don't understand politics, and you don't pay attention.
Right.
So, to get the people to pay attention, that's even harder to do. Like, cause if it ain't about no rapper or no singer or nobody who, just on TV, they don't really want to hear about it.
Right.
If it ain't about loving hip hop or some junk, man.
Yeah, some manufactured drama, because that's manufactured drama. It's producers. Okay, now he's gonna come in the room, and then you're gonna get real hot about this. They cut all that part out. You just see all the drama and stuff.
Yeah, and during my past, I'm gonna say the past 2 years since I've been paying attention to what's going on with these TV shows and stuff, man. A lot of that stuff destroys your family and your lifestyle and on the inside of your household, what you got going on, man. Because I've been around certain females and certain people, man, and once they see that Jerry Springer or that Steve Wilco or some junk come, then they feel like, oh, it's every man like that. I don't know why this, that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that junk put there to stir the emotions up and get the people to, you know what I'm saying, on the inside of the family to get to feeding with each other, man. You know what I mean? And I looked at it like that, a couple of years ago, and I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. But I actually even got into it with a female before. We just sitting there looking at TV, and they even showed something on TV to where, it wasn't no right or wrong answer to me, but you know what I'm saying, the female got in her feelings.
Right. Essentially, they put a trigger out there, like it triggers you. Just like if someone say, call us out of our name, out of our name, call us, basically talking about our melon. And, usually that's a trigger word. They know people start stumbling. You don't want to be saying this, but now I look at it like this. As long as you don't put your hands on me, you can talk all that little, that little soft female stuff all day. Just as long as you don't touch me, then it becomes something different.
Exactly. So I noticed that in certain TV shows and certain, you know what I'm saying, stuff that come on TV, they try to set the mood for your household.
Right.
And sometimes they're successful in doing that because they're able to create chaos within that household.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing about how many men and women will be sitting down just watching that mess, and then they'll be thinking like, you know what I'm saying, I wonder this have this happened to me, or I wonder if she's cheating on me, or I wonder if he's doing this to me, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then there you go, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it puts too many what ifs in their head. I'm like, no, you dealing with reality. You see me every single day. You see how I come in and go to sleep at around the same time every day, and I work at this gig or whatever you may do. Don't let them put this in there and basically like you said, cause dissension in your household. They're winning when you do that.
Yeah, and they call it reality TV. You know what I mean? But it's still, to me, I think it's still an act. It's still being played out. It still got a role that you got to play.
Yeah, but think about it like this: the reality TV back in our days when we were kids. What was the big thing back in the day when we were kids? It was the soap operas. Well, it's the live action soap opera now. It's just live action. Make it seem like they're regular people, but these people's reading scripts just like back in the day when it came in them soap operas.
Yeah, the same thing. And I was telling somebody the other day, no, that's real, man. That happened real. I said, look, all that stuff is scripted and programmed, man. You know what I'm saying? These people, they create beats and they have such and such come on the show and probably slap somebody or catch somebody caught up doing something. Then, behind the scenes, they all buddy.
Right. Like the WWF back in the day. Everybody used to, man, wrestling is real and all this. And after wrestling matches, they going out to dinner and everything, just like how politicians do. They seem like, they against each other, just like I broke into when it came to like prosecution and the defense. Them attorneys is probably going out, like you said, golf courses and all that. They cool with each other.
Yeah, they do favors for each other, man. It's the same game, man.
Right.
They all in that fraternity together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want to rub each other the wrong way if they got a fish on the line. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, You know, they learn to work together. They make deals. Like I said, they make deals all the time. We'll swap you for him, and you give me him, and you know what I mean. We'll give him 15 this time. We'll give him a break. They gamble on you,
Right.
because they already know one thing about it. 9 times out of 10, you coming back. You repeat it. If they let you go and give you a pat on the back or whatever, they didn't already gambled on. Hey, look, man, I know we know he'll be back. How long do you think he'll be back? Well, we'll give him 3 months. I say he'll be back in a month. So they gambling on him. They know he's coming back.
Right.
It's a money thing. They want to take the money and just, you know, we'll give him a high bond, let him make it. We'll eventually take the bond from him anyway. He'll slip back up, or she'll slip back up. You know, they gamble on that stuff all the time, and most of the time they look up and win.
Right. And how I look at it, it's like a inside Ponzi scheme that only a certain few that's winning at. Like, say me and you own some investment property, and I have someone come over and they don't got quite enough money for my property, but I'm like, hey, well, I know you're trying to get in someplace. You know, my partner, he got something. You know, go over and see him. And, you know, I'm sending people over to you. It's like we're keeping the network going between each other and stuff. So nobody else can win.
That's right. It's quid pro bono. What you do for me is what I determine what I do for you in return. We rub each other's shoulders and watch each other back. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they just show favoritism like that. You can see it deep in the South, man. You can see it all the time down here dealing with the legal system.
Right.
You can see it all the time, man. You know. So, and like you said, it ain't only just in the system, in the legal system. When you start looking at it, it's all over the place. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I thought I lost you for a minute. No. I was trying to lock my door up real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right.
Hello? Yeah, I'm still here. I thought I lost you for a minute. I was trying to lock my door. Hey, my bad, man. Back.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, they play the same game through the legal system. You know, through these, like I say, Hollywood TV shows. It's all the same thing.
Right.
It's all one big game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I literally seen that down here in the South, man, and the racism down here is just out blatantly. It's out front. It ain't just like they hide it. If they don't like it, they straight up let you know they don't like it down here, man.
Right. Shaw just said they all getting paid by the same person. Most definitely they are.
Exactly. So he's right.
And if someone does crop up that's out of not with them, they're gonna team up to get rid of him. Like, no, see, he's trying to, mess with, what we got going on. We gotta find how to knock him out the game. He ain't sanctioned to play with us.
Yeah. They will try to do that. If you ain't paying no attention, they'll do it. Yeah. It's just crazy though, man, because I be sitting there thinking about all kinds of stuff that go on like that. And it all, like you said, it all like they point back at the same direction. The same people, the same people in the suits, the small hats, and those type of people,
Right.
All the evidence seems to point back at them once you start doing your research.
Mm-hmm. And how I look at it, you hear a lot of people talking about you need to sell out to what you're trying to be about. I don't look at sell out as being a good thing. It's never been a good thing, as selling out. Now you could be put your most all into what you're trying to do, but sell out means you're throwing somebody else under the bus to get your success. And I don't never want to throw my people under the bus that have some little lightweight success here within this world, that we're not even here. We're here temporary, To me, it's like checking in a hotel. It says vacancy eventually.
Yeah. You got people that subscribe to that and that's willing to sell their own people out just for those, for those fiddles, those, nickels and dimes.
Right.
They step on people's toes and beat all the time and make those sacrifices all the time, thinking that they're getting somewhere, and they really not for real.
Right.
They might get away for 5 or 10 years, 20 years, but karma always come back for them. So I mean,
Right. The best way, and this, I might have to do one going it because I try to do these little movie reviews on certain movies, but
Right.
with you saying that, that makes me think of Superfly. Remember, Scatter.
Yep.
How Ron O'Neal Priest looked at Scatter as being a man. He's the one who put him on. But eventually,
Mm-hmm.
when Superfly came into prominence, Scatter was no longer needed.
Right.
He knew
They
too
re-
much.
they replaced him.
Right.
It's the same way they do it. It's the same way they doing now. When you look at, these some of these celebrities, it's time for them to get replaced now. Because
Right.
a lot of them, they knocking them off the pedestal and bringing them back down to reality, and they putting them new faces up there on the forefront now. So it's harder for us to see who's really deceiving us or not.
Right.
You know.
And you figure with younger generation, they're kind of new to seeing a lot of this stuff. So it's going over their head. A lot of people, oh, you just hate me because they're getting money now. No, these people signing contracts. They got to do certain things to make it seem like, they're living the also glamorous life and things like that.
Yeah. And then look at this pattern what they've been doing for the last last 5 years. Maybe been going on longer than that. But these celebrities, they show them 1 week you see them getting in trouble, like you said, and then the next week they got a movie coming out.
Right.
It's all like, we're gonna take you through this hell and hot water. We're gonna put this publicity stunt and make it seem like that you doing this and doing that, or you may have done this and done that. And now that they know that and they got evidence against you, look, we're gonna put this on you if you don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they almost kind of like push them to a limit to make them play ball.
Right.
I'm gonna just say, like, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like when they go to these penthouse parties and Hollywood penthouse parties and all that stuff,
Right.
you pretty much know what's going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everybody messing with everybody in there pretty much. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you got somebody that's sitting back there rolling those cameras, and you got somebody sitting back there looking and paying attention in a video, and you don't know it, but it's there.
Right.
So and when it's time for you to come out and make this big move, or you getting too far off the ladder, or you don't want to play ball with them, hey man, remember when you came to the Playboy Mansion, or you came to the mansion or whatever, and you done this and you done that? Yeah, we got that on tape, man.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Now you can either do this right here, or we can put you on blast.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think that may be the case too. You know what I'm saying? And in other ways, it may just be like just use the publicity to get that person. You know what I'm saying? To get everybody to start noticing that person because he's the next upcoming thing or the next. They trying to promote a film, or you know what I'm saying? They always trying to do something.
Right.
So.
But you know what I think is what is the double agent with a lot of these celebrities, and they may not know. And I think, like I said, it's the thing where Wesley Snipes really went down for. It wasn't the taxes. Wesley Snipes was trying to start a black security company.
Exactly.
And you figure if you control the network of what security goes out to who, you can't have no agents within it. And when I say no agents, like, okay, if you're using these melanin security, they work, they're working for you, but they actually work for somebody that you're contracting them out from. So with that being said, okay, we could be in contact with TMZ if they're doing this or they're getting drugs or whatever. We could, make the calls on these certain kind of people because we're within their circle. The contract doesn't say that we can't do that. But a lot of people don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
If you control that, I got my brothers and we know we ain't signing up with none of these people that try to do these celebrities wrong and get them caught up in the twist. They don't want nothing like that because then that keeps all those people that profit off of them out of the loop. And that means they won't make money. So.
I'll be able to get right. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, man, they do they do those stunts all the time. All the time. We just don't know. They try to pull the wool over our eyes, man.
Right.
But I'm glad majority of us, for the most of us, trying to wake up a little bit and trying to understand somewhat about this thing.
Right.
Because it's a beast. It's a big beast, man. And it takes a lot of us to get rid of this joker.
Mm-hmm.
Kill this mug off here, man. Yep. What's the weather like up there, man?
Like I said, it's about the storm. It's a bunch of storm clouds rolling in. Like, it should be nice and bright. It's real dark right about now, so.
Yeah, that's how it is down here too. It's kind of gloomy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was thinking about, I'm gonna jump back on that Wesley Snipes for a minute. You know, they say they come to find out he overpaid his taxes. The reason why they came after him, they were trying to say that he paid too much in taxes or something. I was like, wow, and he still went to jail.
Yeah, because this is what I heard. Okay, like say you have a tax preparer. You know, you're on that level where you don't know all the little different things you're doing. So you have an accountant and you have a tax preparer. Where he had his taxes put in that person's care. Well, this person, I think they didn't file something that made them look at them. So with him starting, the person starting that chain reaction of, okay, this person was taking care of my taxes. I paid them, you know, their corporation or company or whatever. You know, that was their fault. None of my fault. Well, since it's you and you're on this status, this is our excuse to mess with you. Well, I could pay off whatever the debt is. We don't care if you got the money. We want you to do this time.
Yeah, and that's what it was about. I think they wanted him to pay what, $17 million or something, or do the jail time. He was like, just give me the jail time. I ain't gonna give y'all all this kind of money.
Right.
But I think at a point in time that Wesley Snipes, I think that he's always been kind of like pro-black.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they don't want him to really do too much. And I think he was trying to get, you know, he was really becoming an icon, becoming somebody that was really, really big, man.
Right.
With those Blade movies and all the stuff that he had going on, man. He was a brilliant dude, man. I think that he was trying to, you know, like you said, coming to something that, you know, to empower the people and empower himself. And they saw it coming, and they might have felt like, oh, this is just too much power. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got to do something to bring him down, because we can't have this man, not him, with this kind of power. You know?
Right.
So I think they kind of did him in a little bit also.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because he didn't want to play ball, or I guess he didn't got tired of playing ball, or however it might have went. So.
Right.
You know?
And he probably figured, you know, I mean, I haven't really did nothing crazy. I mean, I can't see them messing with me, but that lets you know where their mindsets really are at. They don't want no brother to really rise up, actually. They want to be able to have hooks on you.
Yeah. That's crazy, because I believe that they do that. They do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To keep the people in a freeze mode, in a state of paranoia. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's even like out here when you file for taxes in the real world. They still can take your money from you, and you not know what's going on with it. They threaten you with this. You've been audited and all this and all that. And you're like, am I gonna get my taxes this year or what? I mean, you know.
Right.
Because you never know, it could hit you at any time.
Right.
And they, Yep.
Man.
So that's crazy. Man paid too much tax when got hit upside the head.
Right.
They didn't even offer to give him none of his money back.
Right. Next they'll be saying, "Oh, you paid the right amount, and it's still a problem." I'm like, okay, I either pay too much, pay the right amount. Usually used to be you wasn't paying enough. Now you're paying too much. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's always a trick with the IRS, man. They like OSHA. They gonna always find something wrong.
Right.
Anytime OSHA comes, you ain't gonna get no 100 on nothing. They gonna find you on something. They gonna find something wrong, man. You know.
Right.
So,
because essentially for them coming out, I look at it like that. Well, when you see a cop get out of his car, he gonna try to write you an issue for something. He don't get out his car for nothing.
Yeah, even if he didn't get number one, he gonna write something. You know, I didn't have a few breaks here and there, but it ain't been many.
Right.
Yep. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. So you put old Goldie back up for a minute, huh?
Yeah, especially on a day like today. The raindrops is falling. I don't let raindrops fall on Goldie.
Yeah. You gotta watch that rain too, because people get crazy like they don't know how to drive in a little rainstorm.
Right.
Some of them be gonna try to hit you.
Yeah, be driving like it's dry land out here. Oh, I got a new car. That doesn't mean nothing. You still got rubber tires. What you talking about?
Yeah, you'd be surprised at the people that want to have a wreck just so they can get another car.
That's true too.
They don't care about their insurance going up a little bit. They want that new car.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take a chance of running off into the tree or into a bush or something. You know what I mean?
Huh.
The games they play, man. I done seen a whole lot of them. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, I have. Shoot, I seen it was something called I had a what's it, a GT Mustang, had it parked out, and this drunk limo driver came up and slammed his Tahoe right into my Mustang. His car was all tore up, drunk. Oh, this is not that bad. I'm like, dude, you just tore up everything. I mean, come on. He's hammered out of his mind. I'm like, man, smelling straight like alcohol, bottle on the front seat and everything. I'm like, dang.
I had a guy hit me like that one time the same way. Matter of fact, I was inside my granddad and my grandma's yard. They got a pretty big yard, so we all parked out in the yard and stuff. And we sit up under the tree and play dominoes and stuff like that, man. And this drunk fool, man, come, he in a big old van. And I just had bought a little old automobile, a 98 automobile, probably about, I think it was it was a 2000, no, it was a 98, 99 model. That was a few years back.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that thing about a good month, man. This man bagged right into my car, took my car up. Jumped out the car, oh, I'm going to pay for it, my bad, this and that, man. I know you ain't got no money.
Right.
I know you can't pay for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he didn't pay for it. I was like, wow, I was so mad at him, but I could have did something to him, man. But I just knew him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know who he is, you know that, if they wouldn't have been drinking, they wouldn't have, you know what I mean? That good person and all this and all that. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna let it go because I know it's you. You know what I mean? I know you can't pay me no way. So then you drunk, you an alcoholic. You ain't got no business driving. You driving your mama's van. So you know what I mean? I know I ain't. So I just let it flew. I was like, don't worry about it, man. I went and got it fixed though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Then look, he just stopped drinking like 2 or 3 years ago, and I seen him again. Man, you remember? I said, man, you remember you hit my car? You still hold me.
Right.
He didn't remember none of that no more.
Of course he didn't remember that. Oh, Owen? Have to pay? Make it right? No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was just messing with him and he still didn't remember. I was like, I know you don't remember. They don't want to remember when they owe you.
Right. Nobody want to remember that. Now see, if I ever this is how I am. If you kick me down something, I'm gonna make sure with the gypsy quickness, I'm gonna make sure you did, made whole again and right. I don't like. You shouldn't have to come to a person and be like, okay, you said you was gonna pay me on this. Well, why you sweat me? This is the day you said you was gonna make me right. So why you getting an attitude?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That kind of remind me. It's like when you let somebody borrow some money. You don't want to call them back and ask for your money back, but you want them to come on and do what they say they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you forced to, or you get a situation where let me call and see what's going on because I ain't heard from them nothing like that. Then, oh man, I got you, man. I got that little money for you. I got you, man. I catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little money, but you need to go on and pay me if it's so little. You know what I mean?
Right.
That means you ought to have it if it's so little. If it's a little money, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I started telling them that. Oh man, come on, man. Give me the next slide. Give me the. All right. But like I always say, if I give somebody something, man, or I loan somebody something, if I give it to you, I give it to you.
Right.
If I loan somebody something, they don't pay me back, I don't really get mad no more, man.
Yeah.
I just say, you know what, that's all it costs me not to deal with you no more.
Yeah, the Bronx Tale model.
It just costs not to deal with you no more. It costs me not to deal with you no more on nothing, so it's all good.
Right.
I learned my lesson. But I be mad as hell sometimes, depending on what it is, but I just learn to let it go, because if you go off and do something to somebody or hurt them or something, it ain't going to be worth it. You still ain't got your money. But
see, I think this is where a lot of young dudes get that twisted, because, okay, say someone comes to them like, man, let me borrow, they get money. Let me borrow like 5 racks or something. Now, when you start getting into them type of numbers,
oh, yeah, that's a difference. I'm going to come see you back on that one.
Right. Right.
I come see you on that one right there. But if it's something small, I'm like, oh, wait. To me, it'd be like you you avoid me over something petty that I probably would have gave you anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but if there's something in them racks now, oh no, come on with it. I got to come see about you.
Right. Like, see that new Cadillac you got out there? I want that right now. You ain't got the money, give that to me. I want some of damn near equal value if you ain't got
right.
what I need.
I don't want you to pull it in my yard and take off. I ain't gonna drive. Just put it in the yard. I know it's there. I know you coming to get your car. I ain't gonna drive to Texas, but I know you owe me my money. I want my money, so I'm gonna hold this car.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, but them youngsters, they get it twisted these days, man. Shoot. They get you and run off.
But that's what we was talking about when you barely know this person. Don't put yourself out there if you barely know this person. I mean,
exactly.
You can save yourself a lot of time and stress in situations by not doing that, you know?
Yeah. Then if somebody comes to you like that, just like right off the bat, I just met you, like, God damn, man. I just met you. Now, we ain't became that close yet, so you ain't be asking me for nothing like this, man. You know
right.
What I'm saying? Shoot, my own homeboys and homegirls don't ask for this kind of, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you asking for out the blue, oh no, that's a red flag right there.
Right. That should automatically pop up in their mind, like, nah.
It's automatic red flag. Because if you wasn't getting it from me, who would you be getting it from about it? If I told you no, if I didn't have it, then where would you get it from then?
Right.
You know what I mean? So just pretend like you didn't ask me and go somewhere else.
Exactly. Like I want to save the friendship, so I'm just gonna decline what you just said just now.
Yeah.
Because this will definitely end it. We'll end up turning into enemies, and I don't want to do that.
And that'd be a good thing, man, for you to tell that person, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, I'm gonna rather just let you get this or not give it to you and we remain friends than me. You give it to me and I feel some kind of way about you, ain't, you know what I'm saying, handling your business, then it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
So I rather just not even go that way with the friendship. You know, we might smoke and drink together, but we'll keep it at that level there. I ain't finna go nowhere else with you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I don't want to hear the spill. Well, if you needed it, no, I don't need to hear all the different spins where you trying to get me to give you the money, because I just told you I'm not gonna, entertain that. So whatever.
Well, the ones that you tell that to, most of the time they get it real quick, and they don't really come back around, and they don't ask you for nothing because they already know how you feel.
Right.
It's kind of like going to that gas station, going to get gas, and you got that one or two. Like, hey man, let me get $1. Let me get this. Let me get that. You tell them no 2 or 3 times, they won't really bother you no more. You know what I mean? Right. Some of them won't, but you got that one that will still,
Yeah, like, oh, you got it like that. You just jumped out of woo and all this. Like, yeah. Nah, man. I just said no, and then that's what it is. If I had some money, I would give it to you, but I don't. Yeah. And even if I did have it, I don't got it.
Yeah. If I do got it, I ain't gonna give it to you. Right. If I don't want to give it to you. Right. I done went in the store plenty of times and pulled out a little money. Hey man, get $1, man. I ain't got it. Put it right back in my pocket. Right. But I see where you sitting in my pocket watching me trying to get it out of somebody, and I'm probably the 10th person you didn't ask that for. I'm telling you how many dollars you didn't got already. Right. I ain't gonna contribute to your little wine habit or your little crack habit or whatever. I ain't gonna give it to you for that. Right. If I see you trying to get you something to eat or get you, you know what I'm saying, something else, I might can help you out a little bit. If I see you trying to get over sandwich in your stomach or something like that. Yeah. If you hungry, I'll feed you, but now, I ain't finna support your habit on nothing else. Right. So if you got a lot of them guys, they'll hit you up. Man, I know a couple of guys that's probably thousandaires by just bombing, man. And act like they ain't got nothing. They come out there and they post up, man. They had them old bombed out clothes on. Right. I followed a couple on one time, man. Them folks, they walked probably 2 miles down the road and cut through a little bush or two or whatever, and jump out of them clothes and put on the damn suit and tie and get in their car and keep on going, driving nice car, man. Right. Only thing is they just been ahead. They just let their facial hair grow out and let themselves look like they ain't got nothing for somebody to give them something. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a lot of them doing that down here. They got money, man. It's just panhandling and got money. They know people gonna give it to them. They see how they looking. You know what I'm saying? They looking at their end.
You're right.
because he's looking apart. And see, that's a lot of times. See, I think that's why a lot of females, they get, why is these dudes coming at me? Well, I mean, if you got your titties damn near hanging out and your ass cheeks showing, I mean, of course, dude's gonna talk to you a certain kind of way because they're thinking you on,
They thinking you out there.
right.
They thinking you a Jezebel, baby.
It's essentially.
Yeah, man. Because you portraying yourself like that. You putting yourself out there like, I mean, you might not think that you are, but to a man, you know what I'm saying? A man looking like, hold up, man. And then to be honest, would you have your woman dressing like that?
True.
You know what I'm saying? It might be okay to me to look at another female like that, but I want to let my old lady look dressed like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless you're in that type of situation where y'all getting dollars like that, then it's understandable. But yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's cool for us to look at and not bring to my bedroom.
Right.
That's like what Lisa Smith was saying the other day. You know what I mean? Hey, you might not be, I might not take you home to mama or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to handle my business or whatever it might be like that. But if you ain't got nothing to offer, then hey, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? And I forgot who that was, but he made a damn good comment on that. He was like, man, if you ain't got nothing, she ain't got nothing, y'all need to be together. So they can't nobody do for nobody.
Oh, I want to say it was Low in there that was commenting. I want to say.
Yeah, that's who that was.
Yeah.
That's who that was. Low. Yep. Shout out to him too, man, because I was listening to him that night when I was reading the comments and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody don't want to be with nobody who's in the same condition they in.
Right.
I mean, I'm messed up, man. You messed up. What we gonna do together? We can't go out. We can't get a burger together. We can't go for a ride or nothing.
Right.
We gonna sit at home and look at each other and be stressed the fuck out, be mad at each other.
Now it's a totally different thing if y'all came up from the start, y'all both didn't have nothing, y'all was about getting something, and then you made something together. Then I understand that type of way, but
we trying to build together.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different if you trying to build. But if you I'm going to work and you sitting at home, or we both sitting at home, the wheels ain't spinning, and we need to be doing something else. We need to be friends. So get yourself first of all. I need to get myself together.
Right.
That's what I'd be like. I ain't together yet. I don't even want to be in no relationship. But I know I ain't together yet.
Right, because I really can't entertain you like I want to, because I'm not together.
That's it. I might want you to come to the house or whatever. Hell, I ain't got no house. I got, I'm saying, I have to go to your crib or this and that. Oh no, I can't do none of that. I want my own car, my own crib, all that, so I can get off into a relationship that's gonna be serious. Because you know what I'm saying, like you said, you bringing something to the table then.
Right.
Well, like Lisa Smith said, you bringing something to the table then. You ain't bringing just no spoon and no fork. You bringing something to the table.
Right. I think what sparked her to get in the hot when he mentioned that gold digger, and like, wait a minute. She, dudes, we hate hearing that too. So I guess, females that's about their business, they don't like hearing that either, because a gold digger implies you ain't doing nothing, but digging off of whatever they giving you. So
yeah, females don't like that either. That might be somebody else that might be a good person, a genuine person on the inside, but now you gold digging them or you use them to a certain degree where, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna be no good in the long run.
Right.
Once you get through gold digging that person, whatever, hey, later on down the line, that person might lose love for any other female because the way they got treated or the way she got treated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she treated me like this, so I ain't gonna trust that another one to do me like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be kind of dangerous in the way too. Somebody else can come along in your life and might not be that way, and then you won't let the guards down, and then there it goes.
That, or they end up trying to do what happened to them to somebody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Almost like a way of getting revenge, but you're taking it out on an innocent party. Now, maybe if you was getting back at that other person, I could understand, but
Now you got me involved in your situation in your extra baggage, and I ain't got to deal with you bringing it to me. And now that's creating a problem because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't with it.
Right.
And I see a lot of that on both a male or a female that, they split up or whatever, and then they'll, eventually they'll stop talking, and then, one will get in a relationship and the other one might not get in a relationship. We still have this thing going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not healthy. I don't think it'll be healthy at all. I think what people need to do is like take their time and go back to the old days. Like we had to coach. We had to go to, you know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, I couldn't just see my girlfriend every day. I had to see her on Wednesday and Sunday, or make sure they was the parents was at home, or you know what I'm saying. So I just stopped by. They taught us how to sit down and court one another and learn each other before you start doing certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then with a lot of that stuff today, you know, females and males, they get themselves up so much and so fast that they don't, before they can find out who the person is, they didn't already slept with them or not. You know, in some cases they didn't got pregnant with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something like that. You know, and if anybody sees me, I just, you know, I like to do for that, but that was it. I ain't got nothing else in common, like she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes females and males, they get themselves up too easy. We can get to know each other.
Right.
You know, learn each other. Because I might not want to lay down with you, but I find out certain things about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what comes with, like you said, courting. You're actually taking time to get to know this person versus, oh, she got a fat booty, she got, you know, big chest, and you know, she look like this, got hair down her back, but how's she on the inside? She could be actually shitty on the inside. You're like, man. And then you end up getting her pregnant, you got to deal with her 18 plus years. So I mean, come on.
It's a lot of them look good, but boy, they'll take you down just because they look good.
Right.
You be trying to keep up with them, oh, she's pretty, and I got to do this and do that. So, man, you can kill yourself because this is too pretty.
Right.
That don't say nothing. You know, I like you look good, but in reality, what you got going on? You know, what's going on?
Right.
I want to know where you at mentally and spiritually, most of all. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't on no spiritual level, no kind of level where that you know what I'm saying, got some kind of conflict in your life, and you know, got some kind of goals and morals about yourself in life, and I don't really want to be around nobody like that.
Right. And if you really want to try to make some time with this person and really have them in your world, okay, yeah, you like me. How's the interaction if I take you around my people? Now, you can't treat my people wrong. If my people's cool, I can't accept that. That can't be accepted either. But some people be accepting that. Like, oh, she don't like none of my family. Now I'm going to start acting funny and not coming around my family and all. No, that's the wrong way to be about, you know, if you're having adding someone to your life for real. Now, if you just got like a runner or something, that's totally a different situation.
Yep. Exactly. We get it twisted. Hell, D channel this morning, not too long ago, and he said that I think he was saying that somebody had did a statistic. I guess they was going around asking people, you know what I'm saying, asking women how many dates that they went on just for food. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah, the food dates.
Yeah, the food dates. And he was like there was a big amount of women that was like just going on dates just to eat. They wasn't interested in the man at all, but they just go you want to take that to dinner? Okay, you can take me out. You know, the man looking to, you know, get a little closer, maybe spark something up, but you just looking to go out and eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That might be a form of trying to, you know, get over too on a slick way or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but I admit, I mean, you know, being on this planet as long as I've been, I done heard stories where females like, I call this dude up for this, I call this dude up for that. It's just like some dudes got females like, she'll do this, she won't do that.
I was going to say that might not be a bad thing, depending on if you're trying to abuse a simple situation like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think no man have a problem taking a woman out to eat, regardless if he's going to, you know, do whatever or not, you know.
Right.
So I kind of agree to a certain degree, but you know, it just depends on.
I mean, to me, a smart person knows where the situation is leading to with a person. You can kind of gauge that if you've been around enough women to understand this. You know, okay, she ain't going for this, she ain't going for that, but she'll go for this. No, that means she's just trying to use you. She ain't trying to do anything else, and vice versa. You know.
Yeah. Yep. We just got to be mature. For some of us, anyway, like I say, I think a real woman will be real mature and be real meticulous about the man that she might, you know, want to be with. I think the man will be the same way. You know.
But I look at it like this, and tell me if you agree with me or not. Now, listen to when Lisa Smith was having that interaction with Cadillac J. Just, she would come off to me like she doesn't have brothers, versus
Like,
versus
like what now?
I
Say it
said
again.
it seems like Lisa Smith comes off as a person that has brothers because how she was
Yeah.
talking wasn't like submissively. She was more like on
Oh,
the ball about certain things.
yeah, yeah.
Because if you got a little sister, you putting her up on game. Like, no, dude's gonna come at you like this. This is how you supposed to react. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she might got a few brothers the way she was talking. I think she been schooled a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, she ain't no get over like that. You know, I think that she a nice person. You know what I mean? She got something going for herself, and she made a lot of points. Hey, if you trying to have something out of life, I got what I'm trying to have out of life. I'm trying to obtain more out of life, and why would I get with somebody who ain't got nothing? You know what I mean?
Right.
And let them bring me down, they ain't at least bring what I got to offer, or at least a little bit more. I mean, you pretty much be like downgrading yourself for real.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, you in a certain status that you up, and that's a problem too in itself. Because you got a lot of women that's doing better than a lot of men.
That's true too.
Saying so they in a position where they feel like, man, look, I don't even need a man because shit, I got my house and my cars and this and that. In certain ways that's good, but in certain ways it ain't good too though.
Yeah.
Because on one hand you got the government, you know what I'm saying? They raise women to be like this, you know what I'm saying?
You're
Not
right.
say all of them, but some of them. We put them on this assistance program and we lock the men and get the men out the household and give them this government assistance, then they no longer need the man again. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So it could be, it's bad. It's a balanced scale. It's crazy scale.
Hmm.
Because I done seen a lot of females now that back in the days, we can easily go out and, this female, that female, to communicate it, and it's getting harder and harder now. You
Right.
see all these Me Too movements and this going on and that going on, and if you say anything to a female, she might look at you sideways, like, cause you might look bummy to her or something. You might not, you know what I'm saying? You don't never know nowadays.
Right.
They got, some of them mentality just puts you away, just feel like I don't need no man. Now I got everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you might have everything you need, but you still want that man. So certain people want that man or that woman want security.
Right.
That's a form of security. I mean, you can have the biggest mansion in the world. If you ain't got no man laying beside you to protect that mother, you a queen in your castle and you ain't got no king, baby.
Right. That's true.
You need somebody to protect you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think it's just always good to have old man hanging around.
Hmm.
For some, then some people I've seen go so long without a man or a woman to they just used to it. Hey, I've been this way so long, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
mm-hmm.
So that means they only have them in certain ways. Like, you could come over for this, but I don't want anything else. Basically,
Yeah,
they turn them into a tool. Like sex.
yeah,
Okay, you're like a sex toy. Come over here for that.
exactly,
And leave.
exactly. So you come do this or come do that or come fix my pipe or come do this or do that, and then you out the way.
Right.
And then you got some females, they feel comfortable like that, not dealing with a man all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them might feel like, well, he might do something good in the bed, but he ain't all that on the outside of. You know what I'm saying? He probably a sorry ass nigga. He just got a good bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Seen a lot of that go on too.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same way with women too. I ain't just trying to, point things out on the women's side. I'm trying to put it together and point out on both sides.
Right.
We get it messed up too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just drag nobody.
No. You
like
trying to give an even balance how both sides can actually see it. And I think that's the best way for anybody to have a better understanding is to look at it, not to, it's only this way or it's only that way or something like that.
Yep. You got to balance it out on both ways because that way it'll kind of like diffuse the situation. You won't have too many people saying this or too many saying that. You can look at it from either angle. You know what I mean?
Right.
You males that do this, and you got females that pretty much do the same thing, but just the opposite sex,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're in the times where, well, women can do everything a man can do. Well, it shouldn't be about what a woman can do like a man. It should be what a woman can do that a man can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like, okay, you can be like a man. Okay, why do you want to be like a man? Just be like a woman. Be in your greatness of being a woman. Not meaning like you got your own place, but
Mm-hmm.
expand on the things that you do well. Just like a man's gonna expand on the thing. He ain't gonna be like, oh, I could do this like a woman. No, hey, I give my props to if a woman could do this great. I'm taking that away from her.
Mm-hmm. I think for for certain women, women, I just think that some of it might be more of a challenge to them, and some of it might just be more of a, I don't need a man to do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Some of it can be like, I can do it on my own, I can do it my own way, then you got some of them want, I can be a man, I'm just as tough as you is. I'm gonna lift weights and play football, and you know what I mean? I just think that sometimes, I think a woman has a place, a special place that she fits in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a woman has special duties that, a man shouldn't be, a man shouldn't be doing what a woman should be doing, a woman shouldn't be doing what a man should be doing.
Right.
That's the way I was raised, and that's the way I think.
I think about it like when we're little kids. I mean, if a person came from a structured two parent home, I can speak on a person on one parent home, but I'm speaking on
Yeah.
a two parent home. Like, say you get sick, your dad might be like, okay, yeah, just do this and you'll be a little bit better. When a mom, like, lay down, I'm gonna make you some soup, get up under that blanket and all that. She's gonna be more kind of
She's gonna be more of a nurturer, nurturer to you than that father figure is, because he just ain't built like that.
right.
You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
now you can make it like, he may be capable of doing it, but he's not capable of nurturing that baby.
Right.
It's just like when that baby comes into this world, you know what I'm saying? That baby don't see daddy first, that baby see mama first.
Right.
So that baby, to that baby, you know what I'm saying? The greatest thing ever, the first thing that they can see is mama. So their mama is their God to them. Their God is to them.
Right.
Because they birthed them in the world, and you the first thing I see.
Mm-hmm.
And you raising me, and you putting milk in my mouth, and you doing this and doing that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I kind of look at it like that. See, that mother gonna always be the head closest to that child. It's gonna be a different effect. The dad gonna come in and he gonna see the baby and this and that and hold the baby and stuff. He ain't gonna be able to pull that kid out and get that baby on milk.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the place that I'm saying. A woman needs to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying she need to know her place like that, but she need to know her place, like, you know what I'm saying? I know if this would be a man, I shouldn't be doing this, or I don't need to be doing this. You know what I mean? You got some women that's like that, they'll let the man take control, take charge, or whatever manly thing needs to be done. You got some like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, a woman can't do what a man can do, and a man can't do what a woman can do.
Right. And I look at it like, even if someone like is a brother out there that's raising a daughter and maybe the mom has passed away or something like that, it ain't nothing wrong with having maybe an auntie step in that could kind of pick up the slack where you may be lacking in certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
or if you find a woman that's on the ball about things too, because you can't just have anybody around your seeds either.
No, okay. So it's kind of like we kind of like disconnected from that and got away from that. You know what I'm saying? That old moral standard, but that's the way it used to be. I mean, the men will go out and do the work, and the women will stay at home and cook and clean, take care of the kids, whatever. But nowadays it ain't like that. You got women working just as hard as men now. And then I think a lot of that got to do with the women's rights issues, the feminist movement, all these movements that's coming taking place is giving women opportunity and giving them other options to look at and say, hey, I really don't need a man. I really can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got and you got all these agendas going on, and it gets crazy.
Yeah, because like you said, you just missing something that speaks to what I want to bring about. Like, they got all these agendas going, and when I say agendas, now since a lot of brothers are having problems meeting women. You know,
Yeah.
a brother that may be just doing it, you know, somewhat call it, and I hate this terminology. People want to put, oh, this person's square or whatever, whatever. Okay, you're saying square for what reason? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because he chooses to deal with women in this certain type of fashion or whatever. That's why you call them square. Like I don't
Yeah.
know some people that are supposed to be regarded as slick players don't even know how to change their oil on their car or even deal with anything like when it comes to their car. So to me, in my eyes, that makes you like a woman. You know, some
Yeah.
women don't know how to do that. So you're on the level of that. So how sharp or how savvy can you be if you can't even change your own tire?
Yeah.
To me, you're like a woman in my eyes.
Exactly. I don't need to be riding with no female and the tire get flat. I'm looking at her like, baby, I don't know how to change the tire. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? She looking at me like, hold up, you a man, you supposed to do something, man. You supposed to know something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to change no tire. And 9 times out of 10, that woman get out and probably change the damn tire.
Right. And that's true too. I done seen it. Dude sitting on the side holding a purse.
I seen that the other day. I was like, man, that's crazy. You sitting in the car and the old lady trying to take up, pulling the oil seat. I say, man, y'all got it backwards.
Right.
You know. And I was like, wow. That's why I got 2 daughters, man. I try to teach them everything, you know what I'm saying? Not to where they won't need a man, but just so that you will know how to keep your own car and maintain your own stuff too, though.
Right.
Don't get involved with nobody that don't know how to check your damn oil or change a tire, nothing like that. You need to be trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
even though you think about it, we living in the air, they damn near don't want nobody to do anything with cars now. They put so many computers up on these joints now where the regular man, if you ain't got all this software, you ain't gonna be able to mess with your car in a few more decades or so.
No, probably about the year 2020.
Huh.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to even through with them cars because they got, like you said, the maintenance on the machine costs $30,000 and $40,000.
Right.
And then the maintenance on they're gonna charge you by the hour for the maintenance.
Huh.
And the part gonna be the cheapest thing. The part gonna always be cheaper, but the labor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but I remember I had Goldie in to get the oil changed, and the dude that was changing the oil, he's like, he was working on his Beamer. He's like, well, you know that water pump on your car, he just mentioned, he's like, water pump on your car is probably like $40, if that. He said, the water pump on his Beamer is like $600. He said, that's just the water pump. That ain't me doing no labor or anything to it.
Nope. And you gotta have special tools to get it out.
Right.
So that's even worse. They know how to win, but
right.
They know how to get you. It's always a money game, though. We got to follow the money.
Huh? Exactly.
That's what it all is, a money game. You know. We can start raining down this way. They can start drilling.
Yeah, it's raining right now up here. I mean, I know it probably might come through the audio once the replay go up, but it's been kind of pouring out since we've been on up here.
I'm surprised nobody ain't came in and chimed in.
I know. I mean, we got people out there listening. I guess they're like, man, I don't even want to interrupt what they talking about. This is something to grow on, what they speaking on, you know?
Yeah.
I look at it, we the new OGs. I mean, yeah, it's people that's older than us. I call them OGs and triple OGs, but we the new OGs because, you know, a lot of youngsters, I ain't heard really no youngsters speak on a level of, you know, anything that we're coming close with, you know, speaking on.
Right. We got a few of them attention, but a lot of them, there's so many of them into so much right now, man.
Right.
I like what they doing. Some of the stuff I like what they doing. I just want them to just, you know, start paying a little bit more attention to what they got going on.
Right.
Because they ain't got to do none of the stuff we're here to do to make money and do things. They got way more opportunity. They can come up way faster than what we had, you know what I mean?
Right.
They can get a hold of some of that, you know what I'm saying? Some of that new technology, some of that new form of stuff they got going on there, and shoot, they'll be the next million and billionaires. You know right. What I mean?
They just got to get that ball rolling in motion right now while they're young, you know, while their legs is young. You know, a lot of people think of it in basketball. You know, you get all your most points and all that, and the highest points scored in games when you young. You ain't getting that all when you hitting towards your 40s and stuff like that. Your knees start to go out because you getting age on you.
Yeah, then by the time you're 50 years old, you pretty much broke down. 60
Right.
years old, broke down because you done ran so hard in your younger years trying to, get somewhere. You know.
I think about this like this, and my partner told me this a long time ago, and I was like, man, I never really thought about it. It's like, you know, remember when they used to have basketball posters and cards and stuff like that? He's like, you don't want to be the person getting dunked on in someone else's card. I'm like, that's true.
Yeah, for real.
Like, man.
And now all that's changed.
Right.
Wow. That's crazy, man. And come to think about it, we did have those baseball cards and basketball cards and stuff, posters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because, yeah, you would always look at Jordan and all that, but then you look like, man, he's dunking whatchamacallit. He was in the NBA, and now at that time he was regarded as something, but now he's getting dunked on by this person, this young person now. Nobody want to be that person in the car getting dunked on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The game has changed all the way up. Well, you know, back then we was going to school, and when we was going, you know, when we said square meant square. Back then, you was just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now you say square, oh, he might be a lame or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they didn't change the definition of so many words. You know, they didn't flip them to, you know, mean the total opposite. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang.
Yeah, because now it was square, lame, weirdo. It's a lot of different terminologies they got for that.
Yeah, they didn't change it up so much. Now I can't hardly keep up with it. I be trying though. Yep. I listen to a little bingo, whatever they got here and there. That old school my radio.
But you know what's funny about that? You know, they try to have that persona like, you know, they're not too bright and all that. But when I want to say I don't know which one, but one of them one's mom is a Delta and then dad is like a Omega or something like that. So they come from some educated backgrounds. So
yeah, they all. You can tell them the way they music sounded. They was already blessed, so they even, you know, got a, you know, so they ain't come up in the hard life, hard not life, you know. I guess that's the difference between, you know, us growing up and them growing up now, because, you know, back when we got a chance to see the motion picture play out. We got a chance to see the people come off the streets and literally change their life with the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now you don't get a chance to really see that because it's some old made up story or some other. We actually live through some of these, through the hip hop era.
Right.
You know? And so we able to sit back and pinpoint and say, well, such and such got this from such and such, and I know where that came from. I know where this beat came from, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we able like the Godfather. We can sit back and see all that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, some of the songs they playing now, we done heard 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't say but so many things, so many different ways before you already know what it is anyway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So there's all words. You just playing with words. So we, you know, it ain't like we don't understand if they don't understand us.
Right. I'm like, come on now. I understand, yeah, there's some people that wasn't on the ball and probably, you know, didn't do the right thing in raising you, but it's your job to become aware of you know,
what it is and who you are and where you came from.
Right.
Because we came up, like I said, we had to come up different. A lot of they coming up, they ain't being brought up the way we was being brought up. We had to struggle to survive, you know what I mean? We had to really make it.
Right.
And now, you know, for the ones that made it, you know what I'm saying, and the kids that they got it a little bit easy.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to work as hard about it if you already had somebody do the hard work for you.
Right.
So, you know, I think we lose a little respect. We kind of lose a little respect on that end. Like, you know, y'all OGs we ain't did enough for them, but hell, we did it all for them. We paid the way, whether the outcome was good or bad.
Right.
It was some bad in it, some good in it too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think we going back to that balanced scale again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, we came from the era where hell, you couldn't even You had to dress a certain way. You couldn't cuss on the radio. You couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The video was sloppy. You couldn't really, you ain't had no black stations really. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know.
Now we're in an era everything goes, but then it's like it's a double-edged sword because now it's everything goes, but now they want to, since everything goes, they want to censor, people actually putting out the actual truth so it could combat that craziness. They want to take away the truth and run with all the falsities and things now.
Yeah, run with the fake news.
Right.
Cause boy, I tell you, I keep saying it, but I see so much fake news, man. Woo, some fake news going on.
Right.
and it's a thin line. It's hard to distinguish what's real and what's fake these days. You got to really pay a close attention.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be up on your game too, because you can get tricked so quick. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people just gotta, as soon as you hear it, like, okay, I'm hearing it. Okay, I want to hear the next couple of days will come out after it. Because that's how it usually plays out. They want to get your energy first. Like how Denzel said, he's like, all these news stories, they want to be first, so they're going to come out with whatever, even if it ain't true. They just want to be first.
Yeah. That's what it is. Who gets the info first?
Mm-hmm.
I think social media right now is starting to trample over some of these news outlets, though.
Right.
Because getting late, the news can't keep up with the social media, man. I can give it another year or two. Everything probably will be online or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because these news stations, they can't keep up with what's going on out here, man.
Right.
And I know who can keep up, though. How the hell can TMZ keep up with all this shit? God damn.
Right.
These motherfuckers, they know every goddamn thing, man. Excuse my language, but they know everything.
Right.
I'm like, what? They just come out of the middle of nowhere, and they're questioning people and all these stars and stuff. Well, I mean, God, is this a lot of them folks going around the world or something, or it's just somebody being followed by the po-po?
That's what it is. See, this is what it is. I think it is with TMZ.
I think, man, I'm like, they get the news before everybody.
Right.
True or false.
But see, what I think TMZ is with them alphabet people. So that's why they get the most intel.
They ain't gotta be, because they own it. They own it.
Right.
I'm like, man, really?
And you know how TMZ came into existence, don't you?
Give me the rundown. I might have heard it.
The OJ story when they had his stuff in Vegas.
Yeah. Say it again so the people can hear you, because I was talking.
Yeah, the OJ story. That's how TMZ came into existence. Matter of fact, the dude that kicked that whole thing off, that said, yeah, OJ's going up to this room, these people got his stuff. The person who started all that, he got immunity. He didn't get charged with anything.
Wow.
But essentially, he's the one that started everything. Him getting that new time and all that. But they don't, you can't even find that tape. It's a tape where they used to play it when it first came out. I don't even think you can find it on the internet, where you hear OJ going off like, man, you had my stuff, you stole my stuff. And he don't sound like the posh, brother that they like to portray to the media. He was sounding like, a heated brother. Like, man, motherfucker, get over there. You don't stole my stuff. Didn't have no gun or anything. Just people had guns. And he get convicted of all this.
I'm out of all the people.
Right.
And he was going to get his belongings.
Right.
Yeah, OJ a whole nother story, boy. They had it in for him.
Right.
So he some kind of way managed to hang himself, but he can't keep his mouth closed, man.
Right, that's what Johnny Cochran said. Like, after you win this, you supposed to lay low. You supposed to lay low. They didn't like that you got off.
No, I'm talking about they was banned. They still mad he got off.
Right.
They both still mad, man. Whether he did it or not, he did the time. That's why I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I went there. I don't know if he did it or not, but
right.
They gave him some time. Not for that, but you know what I mean. He did some time.
Right.
And being stupid coming back saying, "What if I would have did it?"
Right. They never said made no book like that.
They was gonna skin him for that anyway. If he hadn't got caught up doing that mill, they was gonna get him for that.
Right, because basically you high-siding on him like, yeah, whatever, I'm free.
You making the mockery of us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, them folks, they still hot with him. But let it would have been somebody else with led some melon. They wouldn't be tripping.
Oh no, it wouldn't. Well, we got to hear this story. It'd have been everything else then.
It's been like the old slave story. Can we just get past that now? And
right.
Get that? They want to get past it now. All of a sudden, you know, that's like these reparations that they don't want to give up.
Right.
Anyway, well, slavery. I wasn't a part of slavery. My great grandparents. I mean, you still benefiting from it though.
Huh. Right.
Turn over some of that land and some of those resources, some of that money y'all got, and let us enjoy some of it. Y'all took it from us.
Right.
And we worked y'all. You know, we worked for it.
Right. If it's not a big deal, do that. Oh, you can't do that, then you want to keep having the same narrative go on. You telling the story that you're oh so great and all this. No, man, people ain't buying that no more.
No, those days gone those days. With this new social media area coming up now, man, shoot. And that's what I was saying. It's gonna be a big power shift coming, man. You know, next maybe 10 years, 5 to 10 years.
Right.
I can see where it's going now. I mean, everything like tilting to a certain direction, you know.
But see, that's why I said now it's almost like they gotta have all these false messiahs so people stay, you know, on the distraction mode.
You gotta stay dumbed down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to keep you dumbed down, keep you from knowing what's really going on because they slipping out of their power. They losing power every day. They losing power fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the ones that's paying attention, we know they losing power. But they don't want us to think that the country's falling. They want us to think everything all right and we got it under control. And we see the shit going on, man.
Right.
We ain't crazy. We see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, to me, if people take a break from watching, like I said, watching all these distractions and peep the news that they don't want you to see, then you'll really start understanding, you know, where we're really going.
Yeah. Why they be having football and basketball games on and Atlanta Housewives now? They be on another station or somewhere behind another desk thinking of the next plot and the next scheme.
Right.
You know what I mean? They keeping us entertained by this, but that's just a game to them. You know what I mean? That's all chess and checkers with them.
Right.
We trying to figure out. We like thinking in the brain. We trying to figure out how we can control the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And keep control of the world.
Yeah, keep control of it.
Mm-hmm. So they'll give you all that. They'll push all this, you know, and all this and all that out there. And then, you know, like I said, they sitting on the other side of the table. They doing something else. They ain't studying that.
Right.
9 times out of 10, ain't none of them politicians, no sports fans, or none of that probably. You might got one or two on, but you ain't got many on that really like sports and really like, you know what I mean? Because they already know all about it once they get in that outfit. They already know it's rigged up. It's a game.
Right.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called a game for, because it's all a scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like them people be knowing, you know, who's going to win the Super Bowl, they already be knowing all that stuff. Man.
Right.
They just get you prepped up for it and get you thinking that it's going to be like this and they going to, you know what I mean? I think all that stuff is one big stage.
Right.
You know?
I'll say it like this. If you ain't been put up on him, this dude, he breaks into a lot of different ways of looking at aspects of things that you think like is suspect is huh?
Go ahead.
His name is let me pull him up real quick. He got a YouTube channel called the Gematria Effect. Gematria Effect.
You call his name. I think I know him. I done been on it before.
Yeah.
You about the guy that talk about the how the games being staged and how the basketball got madness in them and you know
Zachary Hubbard. That's his name. Yeah. His name is Zachary Hubbard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can tell you how they turn the ball on, control the ball, and all that stuff, man.
Right.
They make people great who they want to make great.
Right.
You know. So, but it's hard to get the masses to believe that though, because they just think it's a game for real, but it's a control game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they create the game, so they got to be the one controlling it.
Right. Why do you think they have refs in every sport that's sanctioned that they play?
You got refs, and then you got the other man that's sitting up in the higher booth the spectators, and then you got the other people at the owners, then you got the people that's in control of the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like playing a video game at home. You controlling that joystick.
Right.
I'm gonna call this play out down here to this coach or whatever. He gonna call it out. He gonna tell the quarterback or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna play off of what I say play.
Right.
They know it's a fucked up call, a bad call, but I gotta call this call right now because they done already made a deal with somebody else that somebody else supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a gamble, man. It's all a gamble. You can look at pretty much like I be doing. I look at pretty much what states that's up and coming and what's the major events going on in that state and around that time period and what's going on. Then you have to determine who could going to win the game because they're trying to put some money into a certain direction for a certain agenda for some reason.
Right.
You know, so yeah, we'll let such and such team win this year because we're trying to put them a stadium up here. We're trying to do something else with it. You know what I'm saying? The politics or whatever. It's just
right. Because look at Golden State. They got a new stadium. So it's like, okay, you don't win, but y'all got a new stadium. You know what I'm saying? So we'll throw the Raptors a bone, Canada a bone.
Yeah, we'll give them a bone.
Right.
That's just like New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina and all the storms. Look at that, the history of that too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I be trying to tell my homeboy them all the time, man, because they like really into it. I mean, I tell them I watch sports, man, but I don't care about them. I don't bet on it. I watch the game. I don't care who wins. All I want to do is see a good game. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know that it's being controlled.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Hollywood. It's being controlled.
Right.
They can't do nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Coach, if LeBron's scoring too many points and they want him to start messing up, they can turn the ball off on him.
Right.
You know, don't think that they can't. If you can, I was watching somebody's YouTube channel not too long ago, and they had that ball, and they was like, I just bought this ball. The ball was like $5,000. And they were showing the dude went out there on the half court line. He just throwed that motherfucker up, man. Just hitting nets every time. Every time. Turn the ball off, he can't do nothing. So it don't surprise. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. People might hear me and might be like I'm talking crazy, or I'm suspicious or whatever, but I believe.
Right, I do too.
you know.
Especially what they say we're 50 years behind in technology. Of course. They got stuff like this.
And they can make a plane Malaysia disappear. And all this ocean and all this water and all this, but you can zoom in on my house from a satellite, you know what I'm saying, but you can't find no airplane.
Right. Could look on the sidewalk and see what year that penny is that's down on the sidewalk, all the way from a satellite way up in the air. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can see an ant crawl on the ground, man, from the satellite.
Right.
But they can't find that big old plane with all them people. So I just be it be the small. I be asking questions like that. You know, they so far in advancing their technology, they think. But I was telling my people the other day, like, man, the stuff y'all talking about they got now, they been had this stuff, man, 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
They been had it longer than that, probably. You know what I mean? Because like I say, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a different form. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same technology, the same stuff been here all the while.
Right.
You know, and just like the cartoon show, the Jetsons, man. They showed you in the Jetsons, they had all that stuff in the cartoon.
Right.
They're showing it to you. They're programming you way back then, predictive programming, television program. They programming you for what's coming for the future.
Right.
They've been doing it forever since they had TV and radio.
Mm-hmm.
Every time something took place, they always showed it to you on TV, on a movie, or some kind of event or commercial or something to get you in the state of being used to it or conditioned to it or however moment they want you to see at the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They want that heavily ingrained in you because they know they're going to keep pushing the issue towards, more things, contributing to their agenda.
That's right. And like they say, a lot of them play like, order come out of chaos.
Right.
If we can get the world stirred up into a big panic, into a big, mass hysteria effect, then we can, scare them and pretty much we can do what we want to do.
Yeah, we'll be able to dominate.
Yeah, we'll be able to dominate because half the world already scared.
Right.
it's kind of like those zombie movies. You know what I mean? You see those zombie movies? That to me represents the people that sleep and walking around with their cell phones on the internet. They walking around like zombies. They ain't paying attention to nothing. They just zombicide. They dumbed down like a zombie.
Right.
And so they show you these zombie images, these zombie movements, but they showing you that, hey, this y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all are zombies. Y'all walking around here like this because y'all ain't woke to the technology. Y'all ain't woke to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we giving it to y'all in this form, but this is the world.
Right.
You know. And I just think of crazy scenarios like that, man. I don't know if Mike,
I don't look at it as crazy. There's a different. You got to look at things at different interpretations, not how they want you to think of it, because that's easy. Okay, they want me to think about it like this. How can it actually serve a different purpose, though? You got to think about it. Okay, think about it like a car. Like, yeah, a car, I can get me to A and B. Actually, a car, you can actually kill somebody too. But people don't want to take their mind to that aspect. But it can, it's people that been killed themselves, ran a exhaust, or not exhaust, but a hose inside to the car and get carbon monoxide poisoning, or just run a car in their garage and get carbon monoxide poisoning. So I mean, come on.
Fall asleep in the car with your heat on and your car running.
Right.
Have your windows up and have your heat on in your car, and you might doze off or something because it feels good or whatever, man. You'll die like that.
Right.
Yeah. It's got its side effects to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll get you to A to B, but it'll kill you too, though.
Right. Because if it wasn't a big thing, why you get tickets for not having your seatbelt on? Really, that ticket's because they don't want to scrape you up in case you have a wreck and fly through that windshield. They don't want to be the one having to scrape you up off that pavement.
Yeah, they taught me that a long time ago, man. Keep that seatbelt on, even though I know it ain't 100% guaranteed, because you still can get messed up.
Right.
They didn't have accidents when people where they was like the seatbelt and got jammed. You know what I mean? They can't get out of the seatbelt.
Mm-hmm.
And the car catch on fire or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like it's got his likes and differences too. So
yeah. Because matter of fact, I want to say it was I don't know if it was a convertible, but I know the Camaro I got. I remember when it first came out, they had a big lawsuit because it was something with the airbag on the passenger side. It was, I think, matter of fact, it was before kids could where they changed the law where you had to be a kid had to be a certain age or size because it deployed and basically broke his neck.
I remember that story. Yeah, it was a few years back, but I remember.
Yeah,
that's what changed the law, like the way.
Right. But shoot, we've been on 102 minutes. Nobody else has chimed in. I guess people just been kicked back listening or feel they don't got nothing of substance to add. But we covered a vast amount of topics. And
let them know we can keep going and get off or whatever. They might want us to shut up. I don't know.
Right, because I ain't seen nobody chime in. I mean, besides Shad and you chiming in and Joe Frank. Joe Frank, you still out there? I know y'all enjoy listening, but hey, I enjoy when y'all contribute something to the conversation as well.
Yeah, tell them to call in, man. We can get something else going or something, Right. I know they probably busy today, Sunday. They might have to get ready for the little church or whatever.
Yeah, that too.
Might have to go and get there, spend a little time with the family or whatever.
Yeah.
I know how that is too.
Get their errands out from getting ready for their work week starting tomorrow or something. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm always kind of free flowing anyway, man. Cause like I said, I work for myself, and
right.
I pretty much ain't got to, worry about that. Listen, I'm on a job and can't do nothing or something like that. But,
right. Yeah. I guess that's where for a while I didn't used to like them little Bluetooth headphones, but now they come in handy. You be walking around and you hear whatever you want to listen to and everything. While you still taking care of business.
Yeah, I had one of those, but matter of fact, I got a pair of headphones, Bluetooth headphones like that I usually put on when I'm doing a job or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ain't never just talked on it. I don't know how clear it'd be if I was doing a show or something like on with you or something.
Yeah. I mean, I done took calls with them joints on. I mean, I guess they kind of work. The only thing, if you got both of them on and you're out in the public, it's kind of like essentially they got that noise cancellation, so it's like you're only hearing the call and you ain't hearing everything else going on in the world. But that part's kind of weird. But usually I
Yeah,
take one ear out so I can still kind of hear, what's going on around me.
yeah. You don't want to get caught up on it and not know what's going on, man.
Right.
I see them all the time with they walking with their head down,
Hmm. Yeah.
bumping all into stuff.
Right. I've seen people step off in the street not looking either way. I'm like, man, it's busy traffic. Why are you stepping out in the street not looking? That's how
You know
an
what?
easy
You
way
know
you
what?
get killed.
And you know what's crazy about it? I see grown people doing it. I don't see
Yeah.
just kids. I
Right.
see grown men 30 and 40 and 50 years old doing that mess, man. It's like you going everywhere you go, somebody got a headphone to plug it in their ear. They got a radio on.
Right.
And used to didn't be like that, but I don't know. These times we're scared.
Like I said, they call them smartphones, but in that reality, it can actually dumb you down.
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
Huh.
That's what a lot of it's doing. They just putting the word smart on it.
Right.
Smart car, smart. Come on, man. Smart. They got me with the smart water.
Right.
I was
like I'm definitely not drinking nothing that's smart. What's up in here? And then you read the ingredients, like what? Oh no. I'm straight.
That's too much smartness, man. They got everything smart out here. I thought we were supposed to be the man created was the one that was smart.
Right.
Why does the material got to be smart?
Mm-hmm. But essentially, it's that corporation. Oh, we're the ones smart ones because we're getting you for all your revenue. Huh.
Yeah. You should pay all this $1,500 for an iPhone 10, and we'll bring one out next year for $2,000.
Right. And I just because I watch every YouTube. Was it Scotty Kilmer? That mechanic.
I like Scotty Kilmer. I like old Scotty Kilmer.
He said Chevy's about to come out with a truck. I think Ford already did it. Oh, we're coming out with a truck that's gonna be worth $100,000. Like $100,000 for a pickup truck? Come on, man. You talking about a nice house for $100,000? A pickup truck that's gonna depreciate just like every other pickup truck. Come on.
You ain't lying, and they don't tell you when they. Once you leave that car lot, man, that vehicle, that value automatically drop down.
Right.
Once you buy once that car leave that car lot, shoot, that what's the name drop. The value of the car drop, everything automatically drop, man, tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
You think just because I pay, $30,000, $40,000 for by the time you leave that car lot, it's gonna be already talking about $25,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the more miles you put on, the more it's gonna lose value in it too. So, you almost paying for something that you ain't gonna be able to do nothing but look at it. You're trying to keep some kind of value of it up.
Right.
And if I pay that kind of money for something, I'm gonna drive it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's another way how they trick you, though. They get you to spend your money, and they get people to do it all the time, every year.
Right, every year, new sales pitch, new commercials, new. Matter of fact, I see the new way they're doing it now. Okay, they used to have commercials pitching cars, but now they had these people just like we were talking about with the the reality TV stars. Now it's like they take people that seem like they're just regular common people. They pay them, and they talk about these newer cars or whatever, and them probably owning a car when they're probably just giving the car to just have a live review about the car. I'm like, man, it's like live action commercials. These people are all commercials. They ain't saying nothing really against any of these car makers or anything, but
And but see, a lot of them they in cahoots together, and a lot of them that you see on these commercials and stuff, they already pre-programmed and they scripted too. And
right,
they actors too.
Right.
So they get a call. They got to read off of and recite and remember this and remember how to say that. When it's time to do it. So, it's all a part of the script. It's just like going to a job and going on the job, and every morning when you get there, you got a motto that you got to say with the group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's the same thing, but you just advertising, you pre-advertising, you pre-programming.
Right. Like the thing I was breaking into, like when I was talking about, police, they have roll call. Okay, we're going to hit this many areas today and all that. It ain't like you could come to work in your officer and you don't hit that. And like, you don't know what you're going to do today. I've got you preset what you're going to do. You got to make roll call.
Exactly. And you got to write so many tickets to meet your quota by the end of the month.
Right.
Or whatever. Which I think is a little ridiculous because you got police that riding around with nothing else to do, and they'll harass people too.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't met my quota, then I got to pull somebody over. Then I got to get somebody. Now, see, it ain't just a matter of who's doing right or wrong. I got to get somebody to meet my quota.
Right.
Because I don't want to keep writing tickets. I want to move up the ladder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't want to just do this basically because you're following chain of command, so someone that's over you is telling you what to do. So you figure, okay, if I counter so many felons, I'm gonna get bumped up to a different position in this particular job.
I got a guy, man. Well, I ain't got him, but he was in our neighborhood. He rolled up in our neighborhood.
Right.
Well, he turned police. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now he's locking everybody up in the neighborhood because you know everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he did that for like 5 or 10 years, man. Just with the locking up his own people in the neighborhood. And then now he moved up the ladder, see? Now he ain't got to do it no more. He can send his boys down here to do it because his boys know everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And in situations like that, I don't agree with it.
Right.
Because you know people that's doing this and doing that, they give you like to come pick on them to make your status quo jump up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you can look better to them other people. They really don't really care about you anyways.
Locking their own people up, man. Just because they got doggone selling drugs or whatever they were doing, he was locking them up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go into these other towns, because I done seen a few officers quit because, hey, I'm not going to bust my brother.
Right.
I ain't gonna take my brother to jail, man. No, I see all this injustice going on. I ain't with that. You know what I mean? I've seen guys quit too, but the majority of them, they'll come lock you up, man. You know I'm the police. You ain't got no business doing this. So guess what? I'm out here to get you. You know what I mean? They like it. I'm like, that's cool, man. Yeah. But nobody in the community, you know what I'm saying? They don't like it, you know, because of the way he's done to his community. You know what I mean?
I could understand why. Like, come on, man. You doing the easiest pickings. Why ain't you going in other neighborhoods doing that? You know, there's other crimes going on in other areas, but you don't want to do that. Because then the powers that be to come to you and be like, hey, what you doing?
Yeah, I wait for somebody else to come get me. You get me, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Not you lock me up.
Right.
You know. But yeah, it's crazy like that, man. I've seen that too. Yep.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try to wrap it up. I don't know. I might try to. I said it the last time. I might try to call Old School and see if he want to come on later tonight. You know, usually that's when he really be stepping out. He don't be really stepping out early. So
yeah,
if you be up around maybe shoot for 9:30, 10. Hopefully I can get him on somewhere around that time. You know, that'll be what, like
I'll be up. What time zone y'all?
We on Central, so.
Okay. All right. That's what I was wondering, because I'm in Alabama, so I was like, I want to get time zone on. I don't want to be in time zone.
And if you ain't checked it, go to my homepage, and I mean, if you ain't already, for the notifications, on clicking the bell and then them options it gives you or whatever.
Yeah, I already done. I got all personal options. I just ain't get it last night. I don't know. I was sitting there waiting like, I wonder if they're gonna come on tonight. And then by the time I got the notification, but I didn't get it. But by the time I looked on my phone and started scrolling through my phone, I was like, they ain't said it was on. Oh man, they on already.
You know what? What's another thing you might have to do is, okay, on your phone, is your email on your phone?
Yeah.
You got to go into your email, and sometimes they'll send it to your spam, and once it goes to your spam, you won't get a notification no more.
Oh,
so you got to make sure it ain't nothing in the spam. Take that out like this. So
I've never even been in my spam because I had this phone, man. Because I got an email account, but I don't really use it or nothing like that.
Yeah, because whatever email you got connected for your YouTube, that's how it usually works. Because I remember I wasn't getting notifications for certain things, and then I started checking my spam folder, and they were sending it there. So that automatically cuts off the notification getting sent out, because it's like, oh, this is spam, so you don't want it. When that ain't the case.
I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna take that and turn it off, man, or whatever, because that might be the case for us, but it took them out and let me get in, though. Then I couldn't comment. I It took me a minute before I can start commenting. I guess because the system was just, I don't know if it was catching me up or what. Because he was like, he still had like 10 minutes left. He was like, I'm going to let it roll to like 23 and then I'm going to get off. And I was trying to come in, and then I was like, damn, I missed it. I'm going to get off here. Then like, I ain't going to have long to talk.
Yeah, see, that lets you know if you're experiencing that, just other people experiencing it, like, oh,
everybody else out there want to come in or call in and anything. I was like, damn, I can't really sit here and listen to a few minutes then. But then right when you said like, I'm getting off in like 23 something, I think you might have been on like 16, 17 minutes. Then.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, well, I'll just catch you more later on then.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, because I from time to time I talk to some of them people that are supposed to rectify these problems on YouTube. I'm gonna have to send out a message, and because usually they're like, oh, let us know which one of your subscribers is experiencing problems, and we'll get to it. I'm gonna have to do one of them little things to see what's going on, because this don't make no sense.
I'm gonna check my spam and stuff to make sure it's straight, and then I should be. But I don't know. I'm getting in. I'm subscribed to a few people channels.
Yeah.
It ain't really went off for them either, though. Let me think about it.
Huh.
I need to go in there and check that out then.
Right.
So I usually hear that ding sound every other time somebody gets ready to come on my phone. It'll go off, ding.
Right. But think about that movie, The Purge. That's what's going on. Okay, we're going to purge him from me being able to even listen to these different platforms. We don't like what they're saying. Now, I bet if it was something celebrating this month of Pride, you get all them contacts. But,
man, you see what they trying to get? Reparations?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? For what? Ain't nobody forced them to be the way they are.
Right.
That's crazy. Like they was in slavery or something. Ain't nobody told them to be the way they want to be.
Right.
I mean, that shouldn't have nothing to do with reparations. They just showing you how they trying to, they'll do anything. They try to accept for the right thing.
Right.
We'll give it to anybody who raise their hand besides somebody black. So we can deter you know what I'm saying, the conversation off blacks and reparations, we can focus on somebody or something else.
Right. And still be stirring up energy, because that's all it's still doing. That's get all mad about this. Well, y'all still been doing this, so why should I get mad about something y'all just been doing? You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it, people are becoming more sensitive to that kind of condition, and they shouldn't be. That's hella dangerous in itself.
Right.
You going against pretty much your boys and there, you letting your guards down and say, okay, they passing the law, they're saying that I can't say this and do that no more, that it's legal now, and in the back of my mind I know it's not right, you know what I mean, but I'm forced to be able to have to accept this kind of foolishness, man. Come on, man. They forcing it, I'm gonna say, the real fast rate,
Right.
And not only that too, we gotta look out for that pedophilia situation they got going on too, man.
That what?
That pedophilia situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they trying to make it a safe haven for those people, saying that it's okay for them to mess with these little boys and girls, and it ain't okay.
Right.
I saw some on that not too long ago. I was like, wow. We got people that's fighting against it, but we need to talk about that a little bit more too. Pedophiles, trying to push this pedophile agenda on us, man.
Right.
This homosexuality and this pedophile agenda.
Hey, because I don't got nobody against. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But don't push it off on me.
Yeah, we ain't against it like that, but don't force it on nobody else. Don't force it on nobody else that don't want to be a part of that, or just saying somebody homophile and all that. Come on, man, because I wasn't raised that way, or because I believe this way, don't make me a homophile.
Right.
And just make me not agree with what you're doing.
Right.
So they make it like it's a bad thing because you don't accept the way they want you to accept. It's like, dude, that's bad. That's your in the closet bedroom business. You know what I mean? Nobody shouldn't have to hear about that if you don't.
Right, especially little children. They're little children. Probably if someone's like, they're watching this porno with some straight people and showing some little kids. No, that's wrong. I don't think no kids should be exposed to any of that kind of stuff.
They trying to bring that into the 3rd and 4th grade classroom.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I seen that on TV where they was talking about that on that if you ever get a chance, man, check that TEDx out, man, too.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to that channel and peep that because they got a YouTube channel. Yeah, I peep that.
Yeah, TEDx always telling you what's going on, and yeah, they always putting you on point. A lot of people might not watch their station because it's all white people or whatever they ain't. Sometimes you got to pay attention to what they saying.
Right.
But sometimes they be against the elite too. You know what I mean? They be against those ones too.
Right. But how I look at it, I want to hear from people that's kind of speaking opposite of where I think, because that's how you expand. When you got yes people around, you ain't really growing off of the yes. I want to hear something that maybe I didn't hear.
Yeah.
That's how you get put up on. How a lot of people want to be put up on game. That's how you get put up on it, by going against the grain.
Yeah. If you're doing something you feel like it's justifiable, then let us know. I mean, hey man, I ain't like we totally against like everything, but some things I'm against and some things you against. Like you said, hey, we can agree on everything.
Right.
But they can call in and say, hey man, I want to voice my opinion. I feel like you said this was messed up or you said that messed up. Well, let me know.
Right.
Let me know what your point of view is. Well, I can understand. Maybe I say, well, okay, and they might be doing it for other reasons or whatever,
Right.
But just me looking at it, my standpoint, I can only speak for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only speak for the way you feel.
Right.
So yeah, if someone to call in and want to express that, then yeah, like I want to be.
Right.
You want to be that way, it's fine with me. Because I know I ain't got to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know. I guess it'll be a to be continue. I guess I'm shooting for the what's going on forward. I told you I had to do the 3.5 since they didn't let nobody come in on a 3. So they were able to. You was able to comment. I was able to see a comment where I could put you up on that. I was doing another one, so that's a good thing. We done completed another session. I think it'll put a lot on people's minds. On the replay when they catch it.
I'll tell you one thing: when they catch what's going on, I'm gonna be on all of them.
Right.
I think Lisa Smith was on. Shad was on another one. All the what's going on, I've been on.
Right, you sure have been. I think except the one they didn't let you in last night. That was the only one you wasn't, and even then you were still in there. They just wouldn't let you come up in there.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me come in there. Yep. I'm always up for the topic, man. I'll be sitting around checking my phone and scroll through, but I got a few main channels that I like to watch every day on a day-to-day basis. So
right,
but now I haven't communicated with any of them. Yours will be the first one I communicated with.
Okay.
Well, on airwise,
yeah,
not just through a text. Because I had some more interviews set up, but I guess they got busy or whatever, and you know how that goes. So.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the time, man. You letting me come on the air, man, and you vibe it out and be able, kick the bobo a little bit.
Right.
That's
what it's about.
So I be wanting somebody else to come in, but if it don't, it be all good.
Right. We still handling the task at hand, so it's still gonna get done.
Yep. I know old Star to come in later on, and what's the other guy that not low
that be in the comments or beyond?
He came on a few times.
Oh, kind of like J Just?
Not him.
You talking about Famo?
Famo.
Yeah.
Famo and is one more that I know Famo, your people, he be on the side of you like
yeah.
But that's one that calls in. I have to look on my what's the name and find the name.
Shad?
I know Lisa Smith, Shad. I know Low ain't called in, I don't think yet.
Yeah. I mean, he has at one time he called in before, but it's been a little second. That Lisa Smith was on with, I forget his name. He was new. I forget his name because I think she talked to him, and they had talked on when it was just the one with Lisa Smith. I forget the brother's name, but yeah.
I think it's about the same person, but I know, but you had a few regulars at one time.
Yeah. But they're doing them like they're doing you. Okay, you ain't getting in, so that makes people think, oh, well, Reek's blocking. I ain't blocking nothing. They're the ones controlling this. They don't want people to come in. You see, they ain't letting you come in.
Yeah. I done seen that. I done seen that on other platforms before too. So it like you said, when it depends on who it is bringing the information and who it is. I guess they don't know. They don't want certain people telling what they want to tell or sharing their truth with. I guess.
Right.
I think like I said, there's somebody sitting behind that curtain controlling those algorithms and controlling
Mm-hmm. Because you figure it's programmed by man. If it's a certain man that is, that practices discrimination, well, how you think the algorithm is going to react?
Yeah, our trigger words.
Right.
Just like that alcoholic when you're going through substance abuse class, that he's going for alcohol or drugs or whatever. They kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
They control the algorithm. Oh, it's crazy, though, man.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna call it a wrap. I enjoy you every time that you do come on here, Williams, and hopefully we can get something going on a little bit later if you don't get busy, and if not, just tune in and hopefully you can comment or something, or that's what it be.
If I catch you already know I'm gonna come in, so I want somebody else to be in too, somebody can talk to it, Brad, you and whoever else you bring on.
Right.
I know you're probably got same with you, either old school day, so
yeah.
I might just kick back and listen, but if it get too good, I'm gonna call in.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to hook up with King Righteous too. He's always good to have on too.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. He was a regular.
Yeah.
He was a regular at one time, I thought.
Mm-hmm. But we all got our lives. We get busy from time to time, so it's about if you got some free time to do what you do.
Yes, sir.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm here, man. So I'll be looking forward for the next one.
All right. All right, Williams. Hey, and for all that listen, I'm glad you listened. I'm glad you thumbs up or did what you had to do to keep supporting Tool to Con. Hey, join us again. We up out of here.
All right, peace.
Peace.